Well, my dear friends, Adrian here in Bath at his home, greeting you with all my heart and wanting to say many, many congratulations. Happy anniversary. I do believe we're talking just about 25 years since this amazing tour that we all undertook of the Passion through Holland, Switzerland, and Germany in 1992. I can hardly believe it's that long, but then again, it's only a few months since we had the special release of this new version of Alpha and Omega 30 years after the first recording. So I guess this is a time for anniversaries, and here's one of them. And I want to thank Inga for having the vision to do this because it takes one person sometimes with a vision to get something like this to happen. And she had that vision and she's brought it off. Well, I'm assuming she has because it's actually Saturday and your anniversary celebration is tomorrow. So I'm hoping I'm talking to a room full of passion people. And what a team we were. I mean, the first thing that strikes me is what an extraordinary event to stage more than 20 times throughout three countries. This was quite an undertaking. Full band, singers, choir, and then, of course, the theatrical side of this under the direction of Maria Bonsaya. I'm amazed, actually, that we did undertake to do something like this. Profoundly grateful to all of those that made it possible. Continental Sound in those days, and Leila Riviere, of course, and then all the participants, and of course the crew. My goodness, those who had to travel often through the night to get to the next venue to set things up in time for sound checks and rehearsals so that we could stage the same event 20 something times. What a fine band! Frank, Francis, Henk, Marcel, Talita, Via. Hope I've remembered everybody there. And then the dance, the wonderful choreography by Quora. And I remember also, actually, separate from the Passion, in the first set, I played material from the album of My Kiss the Tears. And I did one song from that album called Bullet in the Mother's Womb. And that was danced by Kirsty. And my goodness, I still remember the power of that. So we had an extraordinary range of artists involved in staging this. Then, of course, the actors, Yip, Frank, Mars, Elise, Danny. Gosh, I mean, it's already, kind of reminding us just how many people were involved in this. I'm wondering how many of you are going to attend tomorrow. I hope it's a good number because I would really love to have a record of some of what goes on tomorrow. So I'm begging you, maybe Inga could organize it, somebody, to just video some bits and bobs of what goes on and things that people would like to say, some of their memories, some of the highlights, and importantly, how you feel about this event, this celebration, and was it what you hoped for and everything else. And indeed, some of your anecdotes, your stories around everything that happened on the road. One thing I do know, and I feel particularly, well, I don't know the word is really, privileged, I suppose, and that is that probably three marriages, certainly three, came out of these concerts, this tour. One of them was, of course, Frank and Marlou. Marlou, one of our wonderful dancers, Frank, our drummer. And sometimes I think to myself, well, where did they find the time to spend the hours together that must have been the seeds of love? But they did. And what a wonderful thought that touring together with a work of this depth and beauty has also led to permanent relationships. I think that's a real privilege. Okay, well, I'll stop there because you've got other things to do. But I wish you the most beautiful, glorious day. I send my love to each and every one of you. I'm back doing some touring these days after a long time, sort of where touring took very much second place. And you never know. The Passion could well be back in the next couple of years. I might get to see some of you, as I do when I do concerts, particularly in Holland. Thank you, those of you who come to those concerts and come backstage afterwards and say hello. it means a great deal. You know, those kinds of relationships stay with us, and it's good to remind each other of some of the things we shared, and in this case, all those years ago, on the road, all over 3 countries of Europe. God bless you, and hopefully see you in Holland soon. Bye-bye.